4 elections in less than 2 years. The sense of voting fatigue in Israel is unmistakable. These polls have become Israel's version of Groundhog Day, and the electorate is over it.
It's tiring, exhausting, despairing.
The whole way the campaign is going it's like kids playing in the daycare.
Israel's political system involves numerous parties, and that means governments are built on coalitions. There are 120 seats in the Israeli parliament, the Knesset. The path to governing requires 61 of those spots. In recent years, Israelis have watched on as fraught partnerships and fractured alliances have led to breakups and the inevitable political impasse it brings. At the helm of it all has been Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who heads the right-wing Likud party. He was quick to declare victory on election night, but that's a preemptive call. Neither the right-wing bloc nor the centre-left parties appear to have the numbers to form a majority. The political horse trading to arrange a new stable of coalition mates has only just begun.
ממשלה יציבה למדינת ישראל, זה מה שהשעה מחייבת, זה מה שהאתגרים שלפנינו מחייבים, ואסור לנו בשום אופן לגרור את מדינת ישראל לבחירות חדשות, לבחירות חמישיות, להקים ממשלה יציבה עכשיו.
One of his potential coalition partners could be his former defence minister turned critic, the ultra-nationalist Naftali Bennett.
I am determined to advance the values of the right in every government that will be formed. But a real right-winger does not hate, he unites.
Another prospective Netanyahu backer could be Mansour Abbas, who heads the United Arab List, a conservative religious party that's split from the Joint List. The opposition centrist party, Yesh Atid, has also entered the alliance-building game.
I've started speaking to party leaders and will wait for the results, but will do everything to create a sane government in Israel.
Coalitions come down to numbers, and right now they're inconclusive for everyone. For many voters, this election was a referendum on Netanyahu's leadership. He's Israel's longest-serving PM, and under his watch, the political landscape has moved further to the right. There was little focus on Israel's relationship with Palestinians during this election. Netanyahu instead campaigned on his security credentials, normalising of ties with several Arab states and spearheading the country's successful coronavirus vaccination drive. But he's also become an increasingly divisive political figure. There have been weekly demonstrations for more than half a year calling on the PM to resign. He's currently on trial for corruption charges after being indicted last year for fraud, bribery and breach of trust. Netanyahu denies the allegations. If he was hoping for a decisive victory from Tuesday's vote, it's failed to materialise. Which means there's a real possibility voters will be heading to election number 5. Natalie Perhanen, The Newsmakers.